Two first alert weather days are in place for this weekend, and so now is the time to prepare for that. One vital yet often overlooked task is tree maintenance here in Metro Atlanta.
And we have so many trees here. Atlanta News First Don Shipman live with the First Alert breaking news tracker in Midtown. Don, you've covered the aftermath of bad weather before, and sometimes there is deadly destruction that's left behind.
That is so true, and arborists right now are seeing an increase in call volume because people want to make sure that they are safe. This is why. I mean, take a look right here, this massive tree right here in Midtown. So many homes and businesses have trees like this on their property. Here's the thing, proper maintenance can save you money in the long run, but also save lives. This is what you want to avoid. We have covered countless stories like these in the aftermath of bad weather. Trees uprooted due to a rain-saturated ground and windy conditions. Homes damaged, cars crushed. Metro Atlanta is about to get another bout of bad weather this weekend. You heard Rodney right there. Now, arborists say pruning and trimming well before storms hit is a great preventative measure that can save lives.
They grow towards the sunlight, so everything grows in a certain direction. So a lot of trees will be weighted towards one side. If that's the case, you need to alleviate weight from one side to keep it from being so heavily weighted in that direction.
And he also says that a big misconception is that you need to remove the tree altogether, cut it all down. No, that is not the case. Pruning a tree is best, and in the long run, that is going to save you money. It's a lot cheaper to simply trim rather than remove the tree altogether. We're going to talk about costs coming up in the next half hour. We're live here in Midtown. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.